Happy Sunday, beautiful people. I am feeling super full, blessed, excited to be sharing some awareness and communicate a little bit about something that came into my understanding. It's been a part I've been journeying quite a lot around the contradiction of women and the feminine energy. And it's been the first time in a very long time that I've come live with my two little twinnies. So there's probably going to be a lot of interruption, which is going to take me out of my focused masculine direction of communicating. Oh, don't do that. You got to be gentle with the puppy. So it's been quite a long time since I've had to multitask in that way of being a mum and sharing on socials. Do you want to hold my hand? This is my son Tane. You can hold my keys, but don't lose them. You got to look after them, otherwise we won't be able to get home to get your bikes. So the feminine energy is quite contradictory, right? When you look at a lot of, or should we just say women? We won't say feminine energy. The feminine energy, it's inflow of all things, and it can be raging and then calm and nurturing and beautiful. But when it comes to women in this society and the reality that we live in, women are extremely confusing to understand. Women don't understand women themselves. So what that is the way that we have been raised and brought up in this reality of women want a purpose just as much as men. Women want to be secure and stable and provide for themselves and to create something of worth, something that drives them, something that gives them conviction. All right, how about we turn around? Alira, we're going to turn around. So women want that just as much as men do. The only difference is that women have also got this great desire to be the mother, nurturer, home giver, and the traditional role. And in our reality, it's like you have a choice. You have a choice of either being that ball-busting bitch that is amazing in corporate and lives to their purpose, and they're quite excessively in their masculine energy, or a feminine, suppressed, good job, hold her, a feminine, excessively in the feminine energy of being the home giver, the traditional role of being the homemaker and the mother, the carer. And what happens is that's not the balance that most women actually want, which makes them very contradictory. So there's the masculine and the feminine energy that's actually in quite a lot of conflict within. Instead of being able to let the feminine flow through and live purpose from that flowing energy, there's no support that you feel that you can be. Okay, thank you. So you feel you can live your purpose. So you feel that you can have a business without going, while still being in the feminine energy. And for me, that's been a really interesting reflection, because I actually watched a piece by Teal Swan on this, on why women are so contradictory. And if you find this quite interesting or it resonates and you see it with your partner or yourself, then I suggest definitely having a look at those parts of ourselves and why the masculine feels the way it does and why the feminine feels the way it does. But because I haven't been in the consistent role of being a mother, caregiver, for 10 months now, I was already developing a lot of my masculine strength, and I was bringing it into boundaries and stability and purpose and conviction and strength, and I was cultivating quite a strong masculine side. Now, because I haven't had little beautiful beings to protect and nurture and love and care for, what's happened is I haven't really needed to be in my feminine. It hasn't really been required for me to be that soft, loving mother. I haven't had a partner. I haven't had any traditional lifestyle choices, and the only time that I was really in that role is when I've been healing and in my healing role in my business. Yet when I'm in my coaching, I'm in my masculine. So it's a very interesting journey to realize that when you go into that and you allow yourself to be in one or the other, different feelings, thoughts and emotions come up. And for me, I'm in this place of it's really beautiful to be able to be in this feminine energy and to want to be in, I guess, almost a traditional female role, because now I've strengthened my masculine so much. I can support and hold myself while still feeling like I could surrender into a traditional kind of relationship of man and woman. And that's not something that I ever thought that I would feel that I would want, to be led by a man, to even you too to even want to play into that. You know, for me, after I've had 4 kids and then after having the twins, I was like, I am never gonna have any more children, and I put that limitation on there. And it was like, I would never do that again. I would never parent again. And the more that I've journeyed within myself, the more that I've journeyed with other people in my experience, and the more that I understand consciousness and the level of unity within, the more that I think I can't limit myself to that, because if I created a beautiful relationship where it was balanced and there was a level of vulnerability, intimacy, growth, connection, then as if you wouldn't want to have an experience as a conscious parent. You know, I didn't get to do parenting up until recently consciously. And having that support and love and connection with another would be amazing. So this is where it becomes such a contradiction, because you want something but then you don't want something. And women do it all the time because they want to be led, they want to be loved, secure, cared for, but then they also want to do all of that themselves, and they don't want to be codependent or needy or vulnerable or and that's just the conflict of masculine and feminine within. And that takes time to accept both pieces and parts of ourselves and start to bring them into more alignment with each other, so that we can make those choices with our heart and soul rather than, right, disconnecting from one energy or another. Now, thank you for our very interesting live video on the beach. Yeah. Woo. We're going to go buy bikes and come back for a swim later. I love you. Mwah.